Hey folks, this week on Cover Slingers we have the rather strange theme of Mind the Gap, which the slingers are free to interpret as they will, and you, the jury, are asked to rate and vote on the comics shown after each round. I'm the Grey Man. I have a regular gap on my Saturday evening that I foolishly fill with this nonsense and the following fools. First up, showing off his naked lady 5-gap comics, is the Sultan of Sleaze, the Maharaja of mature content. It's Matarog!
Yay!
Naked Lady Comics, we know it. We know what he's like. Terrible, disgraceful. Right. All that grog drinking has left this slinger with gaps in his teeth and in his memory. It's CapN Comics.
Yay!
Yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. All right, then. Less mind the gap and more shut your trap. It's Rayman the Silencer Man.
Yay!
He's not speaking. He can't speak. He can't say anything.
I was sure you were going to use that one for Mr. Bill.
This slinger used to mind the gap between his eyebrows and his hairline until he started hiring it out as advertising space. It's Comic Mag Music. He's disappeared. He's gone. He's sulking. There he is. Rent this space.
Oh, hello, Madam Blaster. Good to see you.
For rent.
Mr. Kyle.
Right now, next to Matilda's name, it just says, it's Matilda Gothica. Basically, I put a gap in there. I hope she doesn't mind. But it's Matilda Gothica.
Yay! The loudest laugh from me.
I have a gap between my autumn teeth.
I have a gap between my ears.
Exactly. I should have done that one, shouldn't I?
That's where the brain should have been, Mr. Bill.
That's what
did you
Mr.
do with
Dusing
it?
says anyway.
Yeah. And hello to the people of the jury. Scott is here. Jackson's here. Kyle's here. Madame is here. Las Cruces and Big O, whose theme it was. Right.
Yeah.
Let's start off then.
And
Round
whose
one.
cover it was.
Captain, my captain. Let's have your first comic book.
Let's see the gaps, gentlemen. Mr. Cap has seen a lot of thigh gaps in his time.
Oh, yes, I have.
It says that Tories was the greatest. He married her.
Mm-hmm. That's what I tell her, anyways. Well, the first one I'm going to go with is a little electric gap.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, hard to
see like that.
see.
Well, she did a good job to avoid all those lasers.
Well,
Hey, there's a special bar that Rayman goes to every Sunday.
Yeah. That looks familiar.
Yeah, but he gets the gap between the boobies.
The amount of dollar bills he's lost in those sort of places, eh, Ray?
that's true.
That's how I go broke.
Yeah, well, that's yeah.
I think that's a problem. Imagine a guy in the collegeist exam and he pulls out dollar bills. He's like, "Oh, you do that kind of work, do you?"
He says he's going to church, and it happens to be the Church of Boobies is the name of his local strip bar.
This stream is getting very meta-roggy all of a sudden. Let's keep it above board, shall we?
Keep my name out of the adverbs here, please. Thank you.
We don't need more of Roger's smut than we have to endure.
I gotta say, I kind of like Electra in that dark blue, even more than in the red.
Yeah, she's like, what's going on there? She's sitting rather gingerly. Do you know, she's had a curry last night or something. Yeah, she's like, oh, sitting down very carefully. Like, oh,
Well, she's
tacos on
trying
Tuesday.
to avoid the lasers.
Oh,
It looks like she's sitting on R2D2, doesn't it?
It looks like
bit,
she's
yeah.
Pile of dishes or something.
overnight. That's what it looks like.
Right? It kind of looks like R2D2 a little bit.
Yeah, from Star Trek.
That's God knows what that is.
Yes, I'm
Anyway,
back.
interesting
That's
chart.
Star Trek, Star Wars and stuff.
Oh,
That's a
White
gap and a
gap.
half.
I don't think
That's all
Star
can say.
Trek had robots like that.
No,
did
I
they?
get
Of course,
those.
on the back we have Bill. You know.
And we have a nice gap. I think she sits like that because of the lasers hitting. Good balancing, though. I'll give her that. I really like Electra in that color. Although the red is her signature, but still,
Iconic.
That's a great color. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a very nice gap and very nice art. 9.
Ah!
actually the color of my new pen
pen
too.
Criminal.
Right, let's go to the electrifying Rayman for his first comic book.
Oh boy. All right, let's see if I can sell this.
Mm-hmm.
You open
Yeah,
up
go
the
for it.
window a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the gap.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So basically the same thing when you open up a door a little bit.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is Weird Wonder Tales, and it looks behind the wall, and this is Monster coming through the gap of the door.
Ah, okay.
Ah, nice one. The
Coming
door
through.
is ajar with a monster in.
Oh, it's a
in
big old
there.
bloody monster, and all. It's a big old
Is
door.
that a door or a wall?
Monster.
Wow. It
No,
lurks
that's a
down the
door.
wall. Lucky there's a door in that wall for it to come out of.
I don't
It's
know.
not lurking anymore. I
That's
think
what
that
doors
cover-
look outside of Arizona, Bill.
I think that cover is incorrect. It's no longer lurking behind the wall. It's lurking its way through the door.
Mind the door opening? Did we change the theme all
Right,
of a
the
sudden?
door.
Hey, the gap between the door.
It's a
I
gap
don't know.
doors.
Yeah, good point. Evil Knievel would be great.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Jump in the gap, yeah.
I
Considering
think he's
the
trying
kind
to
of
sell
gaps
ice
he
cubes to Eskimos
The
here.
Grand Canyon has a huge gap. I've been there. I think Bill has too.
Yeah.
Isn't there a part somewhere in America does something with a gap?
Yeah, there's a store called the Gap.
Department store, yeah.
I thought there was like a
Yeah,
region,
Bill's
like
wearing a Baby Gap shirt
called
right
something
now.
or other gap or something like that. I thought I remember hearing
And
it.
there's some bloody big babies in America.
Oh yeah.
I know we've
That's
got a
a
place
baby
in
shirt.
England called the Watford Gap, which is like the halfway to outside London going up north kind of thing. But anyway, I thought you guys had something like that. I can't remember now.
I don't think so, but who knows?
Go to the judge to see what she thinks of that comic.
Well, that's a good gap. A
Cumberland
gap
Gap.
with a monster in it too. Not a bad one. I do like how the monster's drawn. I'll give that one an 8.
Ah, thank you, my dear. Thank
You're
you.
very
We
generous.
gotta stop getting vague themes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a place called Cumberland Gap in the US.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Cumberland Gap. Yeah.
yeah.
Cumberland Gap National Historical Park.
Yeah.
You guys, I know your bloody country better than you do.
That's true.
It's
If
a
I
good
ever have any
country. Go on,
questions about the
Cumberland
US
Gap.
of A,
It's a song
I
as
can
well.
quote
It's a
Grayman.
song.
Listen, it's a bloody big country, Gray. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's not like you're one England, Mr. Gray.
3,000 miles across and 1,500 miles up.
Yeah.
And that's not even counting Alaska.
And we all know that you Americans only pay attention to your own neighborhoods. Terrible geography.
Grayman had to
Oh,
tell
Oh,
me
you
where the
try
Grand
learning the
Canyon was
whole
located.
geography, Mr.
All right,
Gray.
This theme,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'm interpreting it correctly, but I'm
You're
going
not.
by the definition of gaps. Okay,
Mhm.
so
You're not.
hopefully
Well,
that works.
hopefully, it's the distance between two things.
It's a space between two objects. correct?
Already he's making excuses, Matilda.
No, I am not making excuses. I'm elusifying here. Okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to.
You're
make it
Lucifer, all
clear.
right.
Keep trying to sell it.
I'm gonna start hallucinating soon.
He's
Until
Lucifering.
you have a
Strange
dick
Adventures
headache.
228.
Uh-huh.
The day the Earth split in two, and
Oh,
as you can see there is a verifiable and obvious gap between
Talk about a
That's
reach
cool.
the
here.
Eastern Hemisphere and the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Talk about having a splitting headache.
No doubt. Well, if
Yeah,
you're going
that
to reach, you
reminds
could
me
at least
of
have a
opening
nice
a
looking
cook.
cover. Yeah, that's
That
rough.
reminds me of opening a coconut.
I like it, Roger.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
That looks like if Galactus came over and decided to have a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not that full. I'll just have half an Earth. today."
Is that one of Liefeld's early covers? or-
That's a Neil Adams cover.
Oh,
actually.
okay. Well, even he had bad days, so
I don't think Liefeld was born.
Rob
when-
Liefeld.
might not have been. I'll research
So-
that. Can we
Good
have that
idea.
fact checked, please?
I'll give Tempers a blue wrench so we can keep you Yanks in order.
No.
We don't know.
If
Left
you
Tempers.
take out the Yankees, who's gonna watch the stream?
As long as he votes for me, yeah, that's true. Anyway, right, Matilda, you ready for scoring? That world chopped in two.
That is indeed a gap.
Eh,
But you gotta wonder if it stayed like that, just split, and then then people would argue whose half is better.
That's true.
over the centuries.
The half that has
No,
Arizona.
my half is better. No, my half is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna get stupid after a few centuries. But that is indeed a gap. That is a very cool cosmic gap too. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Ugh.
Right.
Okie dokie, a 9 for
Thank
that
you.
world dropped into.
I'll
Okay,
take
then
it.
let's go to Bill for his first book.
Before we begin, everything okay?
All right, show us the thigh gap of Conan.
Everything okay in Florida, Roger?
Well, I can't speak for all of Florida, but there's a lot of
Uh,
devastation, but it could have been much worse. And
But
a
what
lot
I've
of
heard,
people
it's
are
never
okay.
been okay in Florida.
Without power, some flooding. You know, it's the usual cleanup, which takes weeks. It's a mess, but we'll get through it.
And the rebuilding.
Yeah. On the
And
coast, you have to
looking-
rebuild the whole,
And looking for all
the whole
the
southwest coast.
dead
essentially.
people too.
Well, a shout out to all of our community in Florida and the Southeast that were affected.
Yeah.
Not a good thing. All right, so let's get into this. We have issue number 1 from 2019 of The Ride. I know it's usually Roger with his modern covers, but I figured I'd throw it around as well.
Nah.
Is that your Pride cover?
And on the back,
right.
All right.
we have another
Oh.
Mind the Gap.
Tiny bit.
What
of
year? What year is this from, Mr. Bill?
2019.
I'm surprised the woman actually looks like a lady.
Is that one of those modern books again?
I
I thought I
beat
was
you
going
to it,
to
Ray. I know you and Roger love marching out your modern books.
My books were 2011 for this first round.
Yeah,
so I'm-
yeah.
At least they gave her. At least they didn't give her the Brie Larson ass.
Okay. Don't eat the neighbors, Big O. Whatever bad it gets, don't start eating the neighbors, yeah?
Well, you're in our thoughts, Paul.
Yeah, hang in there, buddy.
But in case you decide to, Mr. O, remember, go for the neck.
Okay. Right then. Score.
No, I'm all right, Mr. Kyle. Still alive here for now. You guys got hurricanes, we got rockets.
Yeah.
True.
The whole world is fucked.
I'm just sitting there smug.
Well, you live in Britain.
Mm.
That's already a tragedy on its own.
The doctor says we need to remind him of that every week, Matilda. He forgets where he's at. He starts speaking French and German, and we have to remind him he lives in Britain.
Yeah, hopefully it gets back to normal soon.
Don't start grilling the neighbors. Rocky, you're like a hurricane. Okay, that's not a bad cover. The typical modern stuff. That is, she's standing with a nice gap there. I don't think she should stand in the way of that car, though.
Mm-mm.
But still, not bad. 8.
All right.
Okie dokie. My first comment is quite modern. I've tried not to do too much thigh gap stuff, but this is a character called The Absence from Batman and Robin, and she's got a hole in her head, or a gap in her mind, if you prefer. So she's got her mind. There you go. That's kind of like.
Wait, Mr. Gray, got a little stuck on my end. I didn't hear you.
That's
You're
modern.
chopping up, Gray Man.
Is it not working?
Now it is.
Okay.
I say she's called The Absence. She's got a gap in her mind. So mind the gap.
Well, it's not a gap I can really see, though.
Also, legs are open if you want to.
I think the guy holding the comic has a hole in his head. I don't know about the lady on the
You hear me?
cover. Yeah.
I see she has a hole in her head. It's
You heard
choppy
me?
and
Am I still friend?
You're freezing, and then you go, and then you freeze.
Did you hear what I said about this character?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
she
said the guy
has
holding
a
the
gap
comic
in-
has
oh,
a
there
hole
we
in his
go.
head.
she has a hole. She has a gap in her mind. You said,
Yeah.
Mr. Gray, right?
There's a gap in her mind. There you go. That's why I've chosen her for my cover for this round.
Boy, oh boy.
It's the most on the blinking nose you could get. Mind the gap. She's got a gap in her mind. There
Please
you go.
check more than one box in the future.
I must say, it's a very tactful way to call her stupid.
Well, she's got Batman.
I thought those were rocks in the beginning because of the low resolution.
No, that's Gray Man with rocks in his head.
Took me a minute to realize it was Batsy there.
Oh, okay.
Is it still bad? Is it still bad resolution?
Okay, that's better. Hey,
Yeah,
look, you can see through her, and she has no brain.
It's actually gotten worse.
Basically, yeah, she's got a hole in her mind, a gap in her mind.
It still seems to be functioning.
I know it's crazy.
So
That's the ultimate. That's the final boss of a lobotomy. They just knock out the whole
brain. I quit buying modern comics, so stuff like this is what kind of like prompted that. It was like she's got a bloody hole in her head, for God's sake. How is she a supervillain? She should be on bloody well in a coma or something. Or
maybe she's an alien of some kind.
On round the clock assistance, not thinking fighting Batman. And
if you're missing that much of your frontal and rear lobe, you're not going to be alive.
It hasn't hurt Matilda when it comes to judging, but you know what you do. So.
But didn't the ancient Greeks?
I have cardboard boxes in there, mind you.
Controlled mind.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. I see that character went far since no one's ever heard of her.
So it's
Right.
hole in the head theme, Matilda. Oh no, it's not hole in the head theme.
She's got a gap in her mind, Bill. Like you have a gap in reasoning, understanding.
Well, she has a hole. She has a hole in her head, Mr. Gray. Though it's not a. If her head was like cut like this,
yeah, exactly.
That would have been counted more.
You tell him. Yeah.
It's just
the
a
two
hole.
sides of a hole is the gap, Matilda.
No,
yeah,
Matilda.
So she's got
I don't think you call a hole a gap.
Yes, it
complain
is.
about the best theme, the best cover theme chosen for this round, over useless, pathetic, and pointless small talk, then just go with the fact she's got her legs wide.
I think Gray Man and Gray Man missed the theme.
No,
this is the best one.
A hole is a gap.
Well, wouldn't it be more like the width of the hole more than the gap?
That's why I eat donuts.
Well, anyway,
do they call them donut gaps or donut holes?
Let's Matilda make a decision here, guys. All right.
Over here.
Hey, I don't know, Mr. Gray. It's a hole. It's not like two halves of something.
Exactly.
It's one hole.
Get them.
So it doesn't really count.
And the space across the hole is a gap, isn't it? But whatever.
Yeah, but it's connected.
Which is the five.
Well, wouldn't that be the width of the hole, not the gap of the hole?
Yeah, I'd say if it's symmetrical, it's not a gap. You're right. You're on the right track, Matilda.
Yeah,
it's a 5.
You can go to the jury.
Well, I know there's the expression a gaping hole, but I don't know.
Just go with the thigh gap, Matilda.
Well, that's an okay thigh gap there. Betsy's getting a full view of the mentally retarded. Okay, I'll give it an 8.
Okie dokie.
Very generous.
Let's go to the jury for the first round.
I thought lobotomy patients were bad.
Depends. Some can be quite docile, actually.
Yeah, until they die.
Well, then they're more docile.
Roger knows wherever he speaks.
Oh, then we're moved on to necrophilia.
Wow. Roger, why do you smut up the streams every time
Tom
you're on?
I had no idea it was going down that road, okay?
As a gaping hole. All right, Mr. Kyle, not that kind of hole. Okay, 1 vote for Mr. Ray, 1 for Mr. Cap, another 1 for Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray, 1 for you, Mr. Metarog. Oh, hello, Kenneth.
What's up, Raul?
Another 1 for Cap.
Hey,
I think Mr. Ray has 4. 1 for you, Mr. Abil. Oh, I gotta remember, Eric Boyd changed his channel name. Okay, Mr. Ray has 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. Cap, you have 1, 2, 3, 3.
Well, then why do you vote for Bill then if you don't like voting for Bill? I never vote for Bill.
Right. Okay, wait. So we have a tie then. We have a tie. Between Mr. A and Mr. Cap then, because Mr. Cap also has 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a tie then.
I'm sending the woodpecker to Dunkin' Donuts to give me some donut gaps.
Really, I thought you two were in the middle of a feud.
Yeah, he likes eating too.
Well, that's a good way to kill him. You can just say he's body positive when he's dying of obesity.
It's true.
Well, the chat asked for it, so I had to dig around real quick. And I found one that they wanted. Evel Knievel.
Woo-hoo!
Jump in the gap.
Wait a minute. Isn't that back tire still on the ramp?
Well, we go on the back and he's jumping over, Grand Canyon.
He tried, Matilda. Don't be too harsh with him.
Well, that is jumping the gap. It's a shame it's not one where you can see it fully, though.
Well, I think it's preparing to jump the
But
gap.
I've seen videos of Evel Knievel now he jumps, so I believe it's a wide gap.
It ain't no Snake Canyon, I can assure you of that.
There's some ghost
It is
riders
wide.
that probably work as well.
Hello, Joel.
Hey, Joe.
There you go, chat. Evel Knievel, just like you wanted.
Must be nice to do this in a comic shop. In between, you can grab comics in between.
I have my own drawer. I just pulled it out of my drawer.
You got a guy back there that can do research for you,
Right, yeah,
Hey.
sure.
If he's got the setup, take advantage of it.
Hey, that's
Nothing
right.
wrong with
There are no rules against that. So
Nothing wrong with that. No.
Yeah, it's like modern day singers. Oh, I got in for my talent. Daddy's a producer.
Mhm. Well, it's an all right comic. He ain't no Robbie Knievel, I'll tell you that much.
Robbie Knievel, you mean his son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
his son was a really incredible stunt writer.
Was he killed?
No.
I mean, did he crash?
He
or
retired. He
Oh,
retired.
he crashed all the time. Yeah.
all the time. He broke every bone in his body 2 times at least.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hospital visits and a lot of what do you
A
call
lot of
them?
pain.
No, also a lot of the what they put in so you pee in a bag for a while. That's
Colostomy
fun.
bag?
No, catheters. Or what do you call them in English?
Oh, catheters.
Yeah,
Catheters.
that's fun. Anyway, I've seen Evel Knievel jumps thanks to Mr. Castle. Again, Jackson, thank you for letting me know he's on Rumble. I finally found Mr. Castle again. Okay. Those are some jumps. So that's a 10.
Oh!
Those are massive
Okay.
gaps.
For that hot garbage?
That's Evel Knievel you're talking about.
Okay.
Who? Never heard of him.
All right. On this cover, we not only have one gap, but 2 gaps. Doc Savage and Werewolf.
Bloody hell.
Now those are my kind of thigh gaps.
Saw something like when he was got interrupted.
That's some really white pants. How does he keep those clean?
Yeah, especially in his line of work.
Yeah.
With all the snow around him. That's how.
Is that one
Nice.
of your fetish covers, Rayman?
Yeah.
Wait, who? Werewolf and who?
Doc Savage.
Savage.
Doc Savage.
Clark Savage.
Man of
Man of
Bronze.
Bronze.
I
Doc
heard
Savage.
it as Dark Savage, and I was like, oh,
You know-
who's Dark Savage?
Is his name Doc Savage or Doc Spreadage?
Doc Savage. Oh yeah, that is him, and that's the man
all
of
sitting next to him
bronze.
on a sure, taking up all the bloody space with his legs spread like that. Oh man.
That's a Rich Buckler pose. I've seen it before.
Yeah. Rich Buckler.
He was a pulp character, and then all of a sudden, Superman, the Man of Steel, came out.
Showed up. Yeah.
Very
What about
interesting.
Rich Buckler, but it'll strain his buckle if he stands like that for too long.
Oh, you know, he was in Planetary. In the comic series Planetary, he's featured there too. At least in the first trade. They find him, the team that investigates all the weird stuff.
Ray, is that a fight before they fought or after they fought? Because you're kind of bull-like.
Is it
No,
a fight or is
that's the
contest?
foreplay, Mr. Cap.
Oh, is that? See, I always skip that.
Contest, not a fight, Cap.
That's the foreplay. That's before they start fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some gaps. You're speaking my language, Mr. Ray. I'm gonna give that one a 9.
Thank you, my dear.
Nice.
Thank you.
No justice.
Dr. Clark Savage.
Junior.
Junior. Oh.
Then.
Wait, did they make him into Superman later? But wait, Superman was created by those two.
He's pre-Superman. Pre-Superman.
Okay. He's like the old day Superman.
Yeah.
I'm insinuating rather strongly that there's a connection between the Man of Steel and the Man of Bronze.
Both their first names are Clark.
That's right.
Anyway.
Oh, you mean
not starting any theories here, okay?
It says Siegel and the other gentleman that created
Siegel and Schuster. All right. So here we have Tarzan of the Apes, number 170. And here you have various gaps. You have the hippopotami with gaps between those massive dorsals here and the jaw, and then the gap between Tarzan's derriere and the top of these.
And
the little boy he's saving, or is that a lady?
No, that's a boy. Yes,
boy. Yeah, hard to tell. Not a very good painted cover, but
is hippopotamus or hippopotami? I never remember.
I don't know. Plural. I know it's cacti. I know it's syllabi.
I don't know.
Syllable, Mr. Bill. Syllable.
No, more than one syllabus.
More than one.
Syllabi.
Yeah.
Syllabi.
I didn't know Ray could speak either.
Hippopotamuses.
Hippo the Hurricane Holler.
Yeah, it might be hippopotamuses.
Hippopoti?
I can't like that many times, Bill. I can't that way, no.
Hippos, no? Hippos?
Hippopotamus.
Isn't there a hippopotamus for Christmas song?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think there is. Yeah.
The only hippo song I know is mad, glorious, mad, nothing quite.
What's the opposite of humanoid? Like animals?
Follow down to the hollow where we shall wallow in glorious.
That's right.
Yeah, we can just call them the anthropomorphic obese
hippos though.
Easy for you to say.
Anthropomorphic obese people. We'll just call them that.
Oh, okay.
Hippopotamus.
What's up, Darren?
How do you rate them hippos?
Well, that is a great painted cover, except the little boy's face.
Yeah, it looks like a girl.
Other than that, we also have a bit of a thigh gap there.
Yeah.
A nice Tarzan, and indeed very big gaps between the mouths of the hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Matilda.
The hippos. The hippos.
There you go.
There you go.
That worked.
Yeah.
Very big gaps. Tarzan aside, those are very impressive gaps. 10.
Okie dokie.
For that misinterpretation, are you kidding me?
10 for Roger's Mud Wallowers.
Criminal, I say. All right.
How about Tarzan derriere helps too?
Now to the chap who wallows in something else.
We have issue number 52 in Torres of Vampirella.
Those are two gaps Mr. Cap is very familiar with.
All of them. All them gaps, I know.
That's no good. That's no good, Bill, because those are two gaps that I don't mind at all.
You were probably waiting to use that one. You're like, oh, when can I use this?
I gotta say, her face makes her look a little bit retarded.
No.
Sorry, special needs.
Yeah, well.
Bill's
I don't know.
face
She
always
wants to make special needs, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, but so does Bill. Say it.
Okay, it's better when you bring it closer.
I hear that.
Like when you hold it far, one eye looks like it's lazy.
Far away, Bill. Way far away. No,
that's better. That's better. Okay, that's better. I think I know who the chat's voting for this round.
Oh, Bill, for shame. Lowest common denominator stuff. Come on.
I beat Roger to the punch.
Oh, man.
Why do you think he shows it? He knows I'm the judge. Is your lowest common denominator?
For shame. For shame. How do you sleep at night?
Like a baby.
Use them tactics.
It's hardly worth deliberating on that one because you know where the judge is going to go with that.
Those are very impressive gaps. If that was Elvira, that would have been even more impressive.
True.
But anyway, beautiful painted cover and great gaps. 10.
All right.
Great gap. Okie dokie. Before I go on with my next comic book, I just want to tell Matilda, gap is a break or space in an object or between two objects. So having a hole in the head still counts
Not
as
a hole in
gap.
the head.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
That for next time, yeah?
Too symmetrical, Matilda. You're right. That's a hole.
Too late to relitigate that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, much short shrift as the last one did. Right, there's a gap in this comic. The guy is here, then there's a gap, and then he's back again. When he comes back, he's got a gap in his...
Yeah,
Right,
your
I
internet
know.
agrees. What
So,
a crappy cover that was.
He has a gap in his mind.
Wait a second, Mr. Gray. It's
Hold on,
very
Gray, you're
blurry.
kind of blurry there.
It's got the score right in the middle for you, Matilda.
0.
He saved you the trouble.
He's counting down.
Nice one, Mr. Bill.
Counting down to noon when he vanishes. So there's a gap in the comic cover, and then there's a gap in his memory, a gap in his mind. After
Strange Adventures. I see after he reappears, he's suddenly hot.
Jackson said there's a gap in Gray's logic.
Well, we don't know where he's been for an hour, do we? So he doesn't know either because there's a gap in his mind, a gap in his memory.
You couldn't actually show a physical gap, could you?
Yeah.
What's that in between the two
He
panels?
couldn't be
that you're
bothered.
in, there's a
I
gap.
got look,
It's
I'm
no
not
longer
very
there.
you,
There's a
all
gap
right?
in
I
the
want to
comic
see
book cover,
substantial
Matilda. See him
evidence.
there and see him there in between where he isn't. That's a gap. So, just carry on. Just give it a score because I don't give a toss.
Any
anymore.
cover, Matilda, with two people and a space in between them.
Whatever.
Right, would have worked.
Whatever.
Wow.
Ah, that is indeed a gap.
Uh-oh.
For fuck's sakes. Can we gap the Aussie from his head?
Darren says 0 + 6 = part.
I fart in your general direction.
Oh, man.
Back to scheduled programming.
Was that from Monty Python, the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought I recognized it. Okay.
You put actually in Mighty Python they do that bullshit too, don't they? Never mind then. I'm so upset I forgot what the cover was. Oh right.
I think you were going to give
the
the
zero in the middle and the guy on the side.
Yeah.
Well, that is the gap, though. I wish we'd have a more substantial one. But still, that is a good gap. If we exclude the being it disappeared and then reappeared.
Yeah, the whole concept, yeah.
But not bad. 8.
Whoa.
Next.
'Tis vote for the jury time.
Vote time. Vote time. There you go. Vote time.
Oh, I read an old Spider-Man comic today.
Ooh, how old?
I read issue 206.
Ah. Was that with the Dazzler? Or?
No, that's with Tombstone when he fights Tombstone.
Oh, that's Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, sorry, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay.
And I miss when comics were like that. So much more fun. Actually felt like I read something. I read the modern ones. You finish in 5 minutes.
Oh,
Even the slow reader like me.
To me,
Yeah,
old
you know,
is
Roger
70s,
loves his
80s,
modern stuff.
Okay,
Kyle,
one
just
vote for
finish
Mr.
the-
Cab. Another for Mr. Cab. Wow, we have a tie between Mr. Cab and Mr. Bill. Currently.
Shocking. Absolutely astonishing.
Tales to astonish.
Boobies to astonish. Oh, could be another name for a Playboy magazine. Gray got 0.
Roger's already copyrighted that, man.
Oh, one for you, Mr. Metarog.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Bill, you
Thank
got
you,
a pity
Raoul.
vote for Mr. Cap.
Thank you,
Good to
Cap.
see you here, my
Pity
friend.
vote back to you.
All right, thanks. We're tied now.
You're already tied. Okay, so looks
Oh,
like we
okay.
have a tie. One for Mr. Bill and one for you, Mr. Wow, again, actually. That's the second round.
Shh, don't be jinxing me. That's
Oh,
the
no,
most
wait,
rounds
wait,
I've won in
wait,
3
wait,
years.
wait. Last round it was Mr. Ray. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right? I put it. Oh shit! I put it in the wrong.
No, I
Me and
thought
Ray
I was
tied
last
last round.
Right, last round it was Mr. Ray.
Oh, Ray.
Sorry, Mr. Ray. Sorry.
Okay,
It was CapN Ray. Sorry, Mr. Ray.
that's okay.
I wrote it in the wrong place.
Now I kind of had to text Gray Man on this because I wasn't quite sure over there. You know, there's subways. What do they say, Gray? Mind the gap.
Mind the gap. Bank
Mind
station,
the
they say.
Oh,
Mind the gap.
I hate that gap. A few months ago, I got stuck in that gap a little bit when I was going on the train. Scared the shit out of me.
So you'll understand this cover then. Mind the gap.
Ooh. Oh, now that's my kind of fight. It looks more like though he's helping Spidey, or is he trying to
he's
kick
helping
him?
out because the train's gonna run.
Spider-Man's fallen down the gap. He didn't mind the gap, and he's fallen onto the platform. And
Nice
that's why
one.
it's him.
Yeah.
Nice one.
You got to be
That's
careful with those gaps in the subways. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are scary.
Yeah. My wife's shoe went down one. So.
Oh,
See over
At
here,
least
we just say watch your
at least
step.
she
We
didn't
don't
go
say
down
mind the
that.
gap.
No, she didn't. I had a hold of her, but her shoe went down.
Fuck the shoe. At least her foot's
Train
still
of
attached.
Taxi.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to see Spidey riding behind the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, there's so many more things they could have done with that cover, Matilda.
But
Just to see like Ghost Rider driving him home, that would be funny.
just got to be careful because the flame will go back into Spidey.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he's riding, you know.
In that case, you can only give a piggyback ride to Johnny Blaze.
Mhm.
Sorry, Johnny.
Or he can ride on the handle.
Human Torch.
Human Torch. Sorry.
Yeah, Johnny Storm.
Wife said, "Mind the gap, Raj."
Yeah, I tell you, she didn't say it in those words, but yeah.
So there you go. Mind
Yeah,
the gap.
I think Joey already gave you a score, Cap. 3.
13.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, that's a good point. That could also be mind the gap somewhere. That's a nice one. I love that.
Yeah.
On the train behind that is a cool composition. 10.
Yeah. What?
And Spidey and the Ghost Rider.
Okie dokie.
Here we have the House of Mystery with two kids looking through the gap on the cellar stairs at the zombie which is coming out of the ground.
Oh, that's nice. That's very cool. Oh yeah, gap between stairs.
Yeah.
Nice one. Better run, kiddies. This isn't an R.L. Stein book.
Oh, wait a minute. Rayman missed this one. This is Mind the Gaps, right? You're a little bit off on that, Rayman.
The look
We have a gap.
of the cellar stairs.
Unfortunate.
I think indeed that means that, Mr. Kyle, but that's a conversation for another day. Yeah, not on this channel.
That's a good cover, Ray.
That's a good gap too.
Pretty good. I'd say that definitely qualifies.
Seemed better.
Quiet, Bill.
Yeah, that's a good gap.
For sure better than Gray Man's covers.
And you gotta mind those gaps too when you go up the stairs.
Gray's up there, he's not saying a word. He's like, these.
He's frozen, I think.
I think he's frozen, really.
No,
he's just a bit upset. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That's
I've got
Stupid
dodgy
cough.
internet as well, so.
All right. I love that one. I do love me some zombies. And hey, it's October. Appropriate.
True.
That one too is fantastic. 10.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
That one pleases me.
Boo! I say.
Thank you.
Do zombies only come out in October? Is that like
Yes, that's the
No,
only time of year.
because
Is that-
Halloween, Mr. Megarog. At the
Oh,
end
I
of the
thought
month.
it was like the cicadas, that they only have come out. Every...
That's what happens.
Because
Yeah.
Halloween's
Yeah.
gonna come by the end of the month. So
Personally,
everyone's
I've never seen a zombie coming out of the ground. I've seen some in Miami, down in
I
downtown.
bet you
but
have. Yeah.
that's a different type of zombie. I do.
Really? I see them
Raoul
all
and
the
company.
time.
Yeah.
They walk with their phone, with their head stuck in their phone.
The
and almost
zombies
stuck
are mainly
into
in the Hialeah neighborhood, from what I understand.
No.
And
Yeah.
then they yell at you when you knock into them
No, because
accidentally.
in Hialeah, everybody's talking loud, so that can't be zombies.
That can't be.
Here we have Hulk,
You
Hulk
see them all the time.
152
Uh-huh.
with the Who Will Judge the Hulk. And notice there's a gap between his thighs, but also there's a gap between him and the Thing.
He's
Down
showing
here.
a
And a
thing.
gap between the things
He's
thighs.
showing a thing in the gap in his legs.
So there's a thing in the gap.
There's a thing between his legs that Roger wants to point out to all of us.
Yeah. He always smuts it up, Gray Man.
Oh,
He
shocking.
figures these.
I
clever ways
still
to
love
do it.
how the Hulk's pants never fully rip.
Hmm.
He must have some really fucking good fabric.
He does, yeah.
See that comics code? That's why
Uh-huh.
they don't rip.
No, what I mean is they never
I know what you
send
mean.
him.
I know what you mean. Trust
They,
me.
they
I know what
never,
you
they,
mean.
no, they never send him. I don't know, maybe to Reed Richards again, like
There's-
special
Logically,
pants.
these thighs should be totally shredded, but
Yeah.
There's no gap between Daredevil's legs and Human Torch's legs. So I think you should mark points off for that.
I think so too.
We're
Well,
focusing on the two main gaps.
that's not the
Mr.
part of the
Nick.
cover that I'm referring to.
Those pants are made with Arizona cotton, the highest quality, Matilda. That's
Wow.
No, what I mean is, you think at some point he'd go to like Reed Richards and say, "Hey, my man, can you make me pants like you did to
Unstable
your
molecule.
friend?"
well, he's a pretty accomplished scientist himself,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm surprised he never made or special underwear or something. It's just always funny. The shirt fully shredded, ripped.
Stretch the under.
The pants and underwear stay.
Well,
Mm.
Bruce Banner, wears about 20 sizes too big just in case.
No, he doesn't. They would hang like this.
Well, that's a theory.
I mean,
don't know if
I
it's
thought the
true.
same thing with She-Hulk in her first issue, but I read the facsimile. She was apparently wearing a hospital gown, so that's why it didn't rip forward. Because I was like, how did her shirt stay on?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't her regular white shirt on the
Roger
cover.
was hoping it didn't. You know how he is. Ugh.
Some mysteries can never be solved.
And those are good gaps, and we have two of them. Well, three if you count them. But I would count the one between the.
I heard it was
thighs more.
seersucker, Scott.
I will give that one a 9.
All right. Thank you.
More
Mr.
than
You have a seersucker
Stupid
suit?
cough.
Why not?
Yeah. Those are cool.
All right. From 1992, a Jay Lee cover.
Jay Lee.
Namor.
Is he
the
the
Submariner.
Asian? Is it the Asian gentleman?
Deary
Yes,
me.
Southeast. He is of Southeast.
Holy
Asian
shit.
descent. Yeah.
Deary me.
Bill's
I
personal
can't
collection there.
Flipping hell.
Looks like
Uh,
Subby's been hitting the roids.
Yeah. There's a nice
Yeah,
fish
no
cover
shit.
for you, Matilda.
Well, I'm not really into Namor. That square forehead's not doing it for me.
Mm-mm.
But I
Hey,
must say, the
enough
long
about
hair
you.
is nice. The long hair is nice. But he looks a little bit too a Rob Liefeld-y for my taste.
God knows what he looks
Uh-huh.
like there.
Yeah, for sure.
Now
You can
that's an
tell 'cause there's
adverb I
no
understand right there.
Has he got his mobile phone on the front of his trunks or something?
I mean,
There's
it's
no feet.
yeah, I like muscular, beefy dudes, but Rob Liefeld makes them like super steroid, not humanoid looking, which is cool for the comic, but not something I think I'd go for.
His cup runneth over.
Oh, dearie me. Sick bucket
Bill
money.
Alton and for a clown penis cover. Yeah, that's a tight fit. But
It
from
is.
what I understand, doesn't it go inside its stealth when it's not outside?
I think he borrowed a cod piece from Jackson
Oh,
for this outfit. Yeah.
right? Because it can go in, so it wouldn't.
I'll leave
lie
that
in
to
there.
Roger to explain the details on that.
I think I'll pass on that lesson right now.
Right? I was told it goes in too.
Roger, care to elaborate?
No comment.
Scott, I think you're right. Me either.
Well, I think considering how beefed up he looks, maybe that's also beefed up now. Yeah, it shrinks, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's not a bad gap, but that's a really beefed up Namor. But again, a bit too Rob Liefeld. I'll give it an 8 though.
All right.
Okie dokie. 5.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
True.
Way too much purple.
I don't want to go in that gap. Oh, look at that.
Who is that, Gray?
Darren's very
It's,
disappointed.
Daredevil's cousin.
She calls herself Executrix. Would you want to mess with her?
I call myself Cover Slingers champion.
Yeah.
I thought we already did
It doesn't seem to stick.
Right.
For a week, maybe.
Executionary woman.
Even
something.
then, rarely.
Nice. Executrix.
I see she was also very successful. What kind of fucking name is that? Just go to executionary.
Executionary?
Executionary.
Well, executioner is, I guess, the masculine.
How about canary
form of it?
executionary?
And it's like dominatrix and dominator, right?
See, he brings it back to smut again.
No, I think just go with
Roger.
executioner. Nah, just go with
Bubs
executioner.
An
That's
exam-
better than whatever
an
fucking
example of the
bullshit that
suffix.
is.
Roger knows the niche of the S&M market. If
Oh,
he says
my
it's the
Lord.
mixture of dominatrix and Executrix, I bow to his superior knowledge. He's well versed in all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Us
he
other guys
researched
don't know
That name is so stupid. It's giving me my headache back again that I had this
me
morning.
too.
Like, I'll tell you what, Matilda, why don't knock off a point or two for that?
Hey, I'm not talking about you, Mr. Gadget. Doesn't that sound like a stupid name, though?
It does, absolutely.
There's lots
you
of
can't take the
there's
cover
so many
seriously.
characters. There's so many characters. They've got to come up with. She didn't last long.
Yeah,
and
but that one
the
is
appearance,
stupid
so-
and difficult.
Silly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Executrix.
At least when it's stupid and easy, fair enough.
Is it any
But
worse
it's
than the
stupid and
electrocutioner?
difficult.
Both. 2 strikes.
The electrocutioner is quite silly as well. But there was one.
True. Electrocutioner is easier to say.
Thanks,
though.
Raul.
Oh, electrocutionist.
Hmm.
I don't know. The terrible name. Good
Yeah.
gap, though. Good gap.
Yeah.
I love that she has Spidey and not Spidey. Superman on one side and Batman's on the other. Nice. No, she looks like Daredevil's cousin.
Yeah, she does.
Ooh. No, she looks like
Purple shadow behind her.
if Natasha Romanoff
Uh-huh.
and Daredevil had a baby.
That's
That'd
true.
be their daughter. I have glasses, Matilda.
Maybe with Electra and Daredevil.
What kind of glasses? The kind you wear or the kind you drink from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The score yet?
And why are you running out of them? Are you
I
throwing
think
them
she
all at
said
the
7,
wall?
Gray Man.
Anyway, I'm going to give it a 9.
Ah!
Okay. Right then, it's time for the jury to once more do their thing.
Who is the creator? I want to
Good
send
point,
my
Jackson.
complaints.
Good point.
Jackson,
Don't encourage his base
I mean-
content.
talk about like not one truthful statement in that sentence.
You've got to rep, Roger. It's hard
I mean-
to take those.
You know, I
The thing
mean,
is, if we lie about it long enough, Roger, everyone's going to start believing
yeah, I
it.
believe
So,
it.
you know,
Yeah,
you
good
keep
point.
a
All
lie,
right, we got 1 vote for you, Mr. Metarog, 2 for Mr. Gray, 1 for Mr. Ray, another 1 for Mr. Ray, 1 for Mr. Bill. So we have, okay, Mr. Gray, you're in the lead right now.
with my worst comic so far.
Really?
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Oh, okay. Wait, hi, Ali. Are you voting for Mr. Metarog? Or are you just another one for Mr. Ray? So Mr. Ray has 2. So there's a tie now. Mr. Ayalea, can you confirm if you're voting for Mr. Meteron? Yeah, we're voting. So we have a 3-way tie.
Ooh.
Me, Ray, and Greyman?
No, Mr. Gray, Mr. Ray, and Mr. Meteron. We'll have to wait. We'll give it a few more seconds. If no one else votes, we have a tie.
Always remember, Greyman, on this show.
Yeah.
No, I make the rules.
Wow.
You give the scores.
What was that? Third round?
Yeah, that was the first round. Yeah.
All right. We
Running.
have a 3-way tie. One
Round
for Mr.
4.
Ray.
One for Greyman and one for Comic Mag Music.
From what?
And
No,
one for you, Mr. Gray.
I'm not going to go there and say that's not that person's first 3-way because that would be rude.
Well, we know your 3-ways are usually with the beer, Mr. Gray.
That's true.
2 beers.
That's
Me and 2 beers, Matilda. What are you talking about?
That's true.
But you've hit.
Those are the only
beer
ones
today.
that would have a 3-way with you.
I've got no beer today because the doctor told me my blood sugar's high, my cholesterol is high, my blood pressure is bad, and I've got an arrhythmia. So I'm laying off the beer for a bit.
All right.
Oh, dear.
That's good. Let's
I
get
hope
all
it
that
goes
stuff
under
under
control, Mr. Gray. That stuff's dangerous.
Exactly. So I might not be here next week. No, carry on.
No.
Quick,
Speaking of dangerous,
Cap.
Well, start
it's
drinking water.
All that can be corrected.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Does Mad Magazine
What you
have
got
a lot
for
of
us,
gaps?
Cap?
You come on, fella.
Oh, this one's an easy one. I got a man gap and a headless woman.
Oh dear, she's got a gap where her head should be.
That's quite the gap there.
Well, if she was headless Nick from Harry Potter, you might have had something.
Well, technically, she's not headless. She's got the head.
She's just
on
not in
her.
his normal place.
Right. It's not a gap.
Well, she's still headless.
It's moving.
Well,
It's missing
where
from the
the
usual
head
place.
up top.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
true.
were the head above her body, I guess you could see a gap.
Well,
Yeah, but as it
There's
is.
a gap in between.
But we got a nice beefy executioner at
there's
least.
definitely space, even if it's diagonal.
There's a
I
gap
don't think
between his hand and the axe.
executioner is dressed up like that, though. I think
Very
they're more
liberal
clothed.
interpretation there.
Don't forget the gap between his hand and the axe.
That's the way they dress up in Arizona, I'm told.
What about the gap between
In
the
the
bricks and the
medieval
wall?
times?
You could do that with anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that
They're all
too.
there,
Briggs.
they're all there.
The cross chest,
a
leather
good point.
straps,
Might be somebody
and
else's
the
head.
burlap
Gaps.
shorts. That's
I think we've got some anglers
I
on this
think that's
stream.
a Scot. Maybe they're Scottish because that's a skirt, Mr. Metarog.
Oh, that's a
We've got
skirt.
some
Okay.
anglers on this
Fine.
stream, that's for sure. A lot of fishing going on here.
She has no head. Oh, at least she has an excuse to be illogical.
Glad it's not just me, Scotty.
Well, she seems to be walking just fine down those stairs. So.
She's a ghost, Mr. Metarog. Of course it's fine. She's floating.
Oh, well, you see, I've never seen one
I
myself,
think-
so I didn't know the physics behind it. Sorry.
You got a lot to learn, Roger.
I
That's
suppose
for
think
sure.
Cap may have hit upon a solution to Matilda going on and caterwauling and going, may have hit upon a solution there, Cap.
Yeah, but then you'll have a new problem of me haunting you for the rest of your miserable life.
You won't be the first one.
I
So
bet.
I think
It
it's
won't
in
be
your
the
best
last,
interest to
Cap.
keep me
Yeah.
alive.
Very true.
Alive and happy.
There's a
Nah,
long line
we
of
like
those
you,
who want to
Arthur,
haunt
don't
Cap.
worry.
Okay, but I do love that cover. A nice thing. It would have counted more if her head was like floating above her, so she
Right.
was holding it.
Exactly.
As it is, it's a little. It's stuck to. She's holding it in her head, in her hand. Sorry, but there's a nice thigh gap, and that is a very cool cover. 9.
Okie dokie.
Very nice.
Right then, Raymondo. Let's have your next comic.
Ray does not look amused.
Now, when you have a trap door and it
Uh-oh.
opens up, it creates a gap.
Oh boy, another door cover. Here we go, folks.
Here we have Scalp Hunter falling through the gap of the trap door.
Oh, he
Nice.
showed that for hanging week.
Wow.
Is he gonna? That's a shame. At least it's a beefy gentleman.
That's 2 door covers, Matilda. Let's notate that,
The
please.
gap.
Didn't he show that on hanging week?
Probably. Goodness. Deary me.
And it works here too.
There's a
Deary
trap
me.
door. There's a trapdoor gap. Fair enough.
It's a gap.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. What?
I guess so.
Rayman couldn't have bothered this week, Matilda.
It's-
Let's
Yeah.
make sure that's
it's not
reflected in the score.
It's not the gap that's worrying him. It's the drop.
Yeah, it's never the
The
fall.
drop
It's the
is
sudden
just-
stop.
I helped you out, so it looks
Exactly.
like double vision for you.
The gap between two
Ooh.
objects.
That
and
even
I-
cheapens it a little bit, Cap. Yeah.
Looks like Cap like the gap as well.
Well, no,
Oh,
Cap said
Captain Comics.
that's one of my
Gap.
backups if I have to. Yeah.
Throw this one back
That,
up.
that. Well, it looks
Looks
like you
like
got some good
what-
evidence now.
yeah.
Because
You didn't miss much, Scott. Not with that cover. Yeah, I know. I'm bored by that one too, Matilda.
that buttress
My back is itchy.
argument there, right? Doesn't it? With that similarities, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, but that is a gap between those 2 trap doors.
Eh,
It's a shame, though. That's a fine specimen right there. It's a shame to hang him.
yeah, I think he'll get
But
out.
that's not a bad gap. I will give that one a 9.
Ugh.
Thank you.
A 9.
You.
Okay. Is there a fly in here? I mean, I hear buzzing.
Rayman's hexing me.
All right, so
He's
let,
Roger.
let me preface this by saying
Oh boy.
I'm going to make a statement here, but I
Uh-huh.
do not personally believe
Uh-huh.
that looks or attractiveness
Uh-huh.
is the way to choose a romantic relationship. Okay,
But it does
Are you on
help.
trial, sir?
let me just
This is not a
preface that,
deposition,
right?
Roger. Let's go with it.
But I want to elucidate
Uh-huh.
that because of what is going to be
I
on
thought
this
you were lucifering.
Okay,
Okay.
so here we have Ghostly Haunts number 53.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And here we have various gaps. Some are physical and some are allegorical, right? So notice this person has a big gap between these two protruding
Yeah.
teeth.
Hey,
Well, we don't know.
He's got a gap on his head here, and
Hard
there's
to
a
tell.
big gap between his presentation or his attractiveness and that of the lady that he is courting.
Roger's throwing shade on that poor fellow. That's terrible, Roger.
I mean, at that point, Mr. Betterock, you either better have a lot of fucking money or a really a good tool down there. You
Very
know?
superficial, Roger. You're better than that, sir.
Yeah.
That's why I prefaced this.
No,
by my
no,
personal
no,
beliefs, Okay.
No, that's like saying not to be rude, but, and then you say
Yeah.
something
I'm
rude.
sorry, Mr. Betterock. In the Disney movie, even
Same
Quasi
concept.
couldn't get the
I
girl.
see.
It was that
Even
one.
Esmeralda wanted Phoebos in the end.
No
think-
offense, but that's what Roger just did there.
Yeah.
That's-
No offense intended,
that's
but
the-
you're kind of
That's
ugly.
the point of the figurative gap, right? Between
I think
the
I
looks
think
of the
Roger and the
gentleman
Captain
and
collection
the very attractive lady.
contain comics that match the theme.
Well, attractive. She looks okay. It's not a beauty
Yeah.
queen. Let's
Yeah.
relax.
She's taken aback.
All I gotta say is, based on real life, when I see you have to have a fuck ton of money to
Isn't it though,
pass
Dennis?
that.
Man.
Mm,
Okay.
A fuck ton of money.
it helps probably.
I mean, look at Leonardo DiCaprio. I personally wouldn't want to date him, not that he'd be interested. But the way he looks, no thank you. Yet 20-year-old models run after him. He was cute when he was 20. He was cute. Now he
Still
looks...
young. You heard it here first.
No, I don't. No,
She's
I wouldn't
auditioning
date
now.
a
If there's any
20-year-old.
toy boys out there, send your resumes and your 6x4s to Matilda.
Yeah.
Then your
Straight
net
to
worth.
her inbox.
Oh my
The
god.
net worth.
I think I'd kill a 20-year-old if I had a conversation with one.
Wow.
Based on they are now.
I don't think it'll be the conversation that kills them,
Or,
Matilda.
or commit suicide. One of the two.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
but there is a gap. Is he
Well,
a
we don't
child
know.
of a vampire?
His mouth isn't open. He can't
He's a
have
troll.
full
He's a
set of
troll.
teeth in
Ah.
between those two.
Troll.
I think you're a troll showing that one, Roger.
Well, that is the gap between the teeth. I'll give
Roger's
you that.
trolling the chat right now.
Now,
Matilda.
Mr. Veteran, you're wasting the philosophical shit on me.
Yeah.
I'm the low common denominator, if you haven't noticed yet.
No.
I gotta
Roger can't
try.
do
I gotta try,
common
Matilda. I
denominator.
gotta attempt it.
Roger's not good at
I
math.
It's in my
suppose there's a
character.
gap between their looks.
Eh,
Now, if he has if he's a troll, he might have a lot of gold.
no, he's a troll, but Roger doesn't have any
So
gold.
he can always pay a fairy to make him attractive.
True.
I suppose.
Wow.
So, well,
That's a very deep cut there, Matilda. I didn't know that far down.
This is
Yeah,
how
well,
I the show was.
I think
If
we're
you don't
going
like comics,
to-
gets
You're a
confused,
philosopher and you
always
didn't even know it,
He's
Matilda.
looking for excuses to accept that piss poor comic book.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I mean, it's not it's a teeth gap. The hair, I suppose, yeah, now there's a gap there. I'll give you that. I will give that one an 8.
All right.
Bloody
thank you, I
hell.
suppose.
Wow. I think Roger's like, how much can I F with him this week? Let me see if I
I
can get
mean,
this one through.
listen, I struggled with this theme to no end. I had 50. I just kept throwing stuff out. Ask Ray.
This is a bub theme, that's for sure. All right,
For the
we have,
record, and
issue,
for YouTube, I do not want to date a 20-year-old.
we have issue number 121
Mm-hmm.
of the Savage Sword of Conan.
Now that's
Savage
my kind
Sword
of
of
thigh
Thigh
gap.
Gap.
We got 2 nice thigh, three nice thigh gaps, and very 3 in shape individuals.
Hmm.
I was
Nice.
wondering when the Conan was coming out.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
Yeah.
what? No Conan yet?
I mean, if I was a betting man, I would have laid down big money.
On the back,
Why does my man have modern day boots on? What is that?
That's a Savage Gap.
Is his leg broken? It looks a little.
no, he
Oh,
borrowed
I
the
don't know.
Slingers
Right?
book
It's,
in
no,
his
no, I see.
cap.
I see
Those
the
are Cap
foot. The
Spiker
foot's
boots.
in the snow. The
Yeah,
foot's in
Roger's
the
got
snow.
boots like that in his cupboard.
Oh,
The whole
wow,
wardrobe
look at
full of
that.
them.
On the back, we have Rayman
I'm not
trying to
tall
get some
boots.
donut gaps from Dunkin' Donuts, but
Mm.
they're very popular. those donut
Fucking
gaps.
hell.
He's
So all
holding
the
that
others
woman
are
out
trying to get
of
him too.
trouble while he kills everything else one-handed.
I like the back cover better.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
Joe Jusko, an amazing cover. Mrs. Musings often tells me. when I ask her
Finally,
something, she says,
finally, a
"Just go."
helpful woman. Instead
said,
of
"Just
clutching
go."
to his leg, she's handing him a sword.
He
Good
is,
point, Matilda,
absolutely.
good
He's got
point.
that hand out. Says, "Give me that sword."
Well, that's not what he's grabbing
You've
for.
actually
but-
listened to all my chat on previous shows. You're very right.
No, he's
Matilda.
got his
Very
hand
right.
like, give me the sword, woman.
Hey,
Finally,
Hickey
a
Pop
woman
does
that's
that every
helpful.
week with Red Sonja on his channel.
Instead of clutching his leg, he's actually helping out.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on,
dokie.
woman. Do something useful.
Let's guess what
That's
Scott
very
Matilda's going to
useful.
give for Conan, half naked.
Well,
in
we
the
got
snow.
3. We got 3 gaps there with 3 very attractive
Before you
people.
score
I
that,
told
Matilda,
you.
before you
10.
score that,
10.
All right.
It's a 10.
but Conan's in the cold, Matilda. You know that affects areas. Surely that can knock the points off.
It's a
You
very
said earlier
short
on about the
discussion on
cold
that
can
one.
affect a
It
man.
makes his chest hard,
Yeah.
right? Is that what it does? Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's an excuse to have a cuddle with Conan. Mr. Bill knows. He already did.
There are plenty of thigh gaps, but this is the first super thigh gap. There you go. Super thigh gap.
Clark's like, Superman, I don't want to
Yeah.
see your super dick again.
Yep.
Go find yourself another alter ego, Superman. I'm tired of being your fall guy. I'm leaving you forever. And he's like, but look at my thigh gap.
The man of bronze, he ain't, Matilda. That's no Doc Savage, that's for sure.
Nope,
Purple
that's
sky.
no Doc
Matilda.
Savage.
Purple sky.
Indeed.
Lots of yellow on that belt and in the trade dress. Ugh. And in that blurb at the bottom, Matilda. I know, it's boring. I'm with you. It makes me want to yawn and go to sleep too, but that's what he has to show us. So
There's also the figurative gap between the alter ego and the hero, right?
True.
Now you're just
Well-
helping yourself, Roger.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of a secret identity, no?
Well, there's the figurative gap between the quality of that cover and a nice looking cover.
Well, there's.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, but Clark is the same when he's he's still a helpful Boy Scout.
you heard of the duality of man, right? You know, spirit and flesh, and also there's, you know, your more, you know, aggressive side, and your more.
Spit it out, Roger.
Yeah, well, you know, your
But
more
bloody alien.
primitive side, and then
Yeah,
your more
Roger and
logical
Hyde.
side.
Right?
But he's an alien from an advanced society.
Yeah, but he's still humanoid, right? So
Like
Oh,
Roger
no,
might be
he's
an
not
alien.
human. He's an alien.
Roger's an alien?
Is it creatures
No,
from
well,
the
that's-
Superman's
that-
an alien.
Not
keep
from
that
an
on the
advanced
down low, if
society,
you don't
surely.
mind. Yeah.
No, Superman's an alien.
Roger's not a Superman, he's an alien?
Yeah, I thought this is confusing.
Yeah. Roger's not super manly?
He's alien to being manly? Is that what
Opinions
Yeah.
differ.
Well said, Scotty.
Oh, we had so deep into this conversation, I forgot that Mr. Gray showed this comic. I'm going to score Mr.
You were
Nutter.
about
I'm
to
like,
say
wait, I already
7.
scored it.
Believe me, I wish I could forget having seen
That's a
it.
damning statement if ever I've heard one
Yeah.
out there.
7.
And I'm just sick today. I had a massive headache all day.
Oh, sorry.
You were sick last week as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't shake this cold off.
Yeah.
Sticking to me like rockets sticking to
Honey,
the ass
honey
of
and lemon.
Israel.
Honey and lemon with a little tea. That works pretty well.
I don't like honey and I don't want lemons.
Well, you may not like it, dear, but it works.
That cold is sticking to you like Roger's leather underpants.
Okay. Well, that was not bad. I mean, you got the super thighs. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. I will give that one a 9.
Ugh.
Scotty says garlic is good for a cold, Matilda.
And to
Oh,
repel
really?
vampires, too. I hear.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
This is a Mike Zeck cover, by the way. It's one of the few he did for Charlton.
Even he needed money at times, Roger.
Well, yeah, I mean, he didn't do it for charity. I mean, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he could have at least given the poor troll some, I don't know, some more hair or something. I mean, at that point, you might as well shave it off, you know, get a toupee.
He mailed in the artwork for that in more ways than one.
Okay, we've got one vote for Mr. Bill, one for Mr. Cap, one for Mr. Gray, another one for Mr. Gray, another one for Mr. Bill, another one for Mr. Cap. So we have a 3-way tie again. Man, we have a lot of ties today.
Roger.
No.
No, I didn't expect any.
Wait, we got another one from Mr. Cap.
The jury don't want.
Gives Mr. Wait, we got another one from Mr. Cap.
All
Hello,
right.
Quiet Enough Sayer. How are you? All right, that's 4 for Mr. Cap.
Criminal.
Hey, QNS, how you doing, bud?
Criminal, I
Well
said.
done, Mr. Cap. Well done, Mr. Cap.
Can I get that jury vote fact check, please?
No.
Just to let everyone know, I've got another haul to show soon, so
It is, in fact, what Matilda said. Does that help?
Hi, Mr. Ross.
That's not helpful,
it's
Roger.
the final round now.
Grayman's got lots of cool little small bite-sized videos that I need to watch.
Oh, I've got millions. I was doing my 13 nights of Halloween still. I'm halfway through them. If anyone's got any good horror tales that they think I should turn into a video, hit me up on IG or Facebook.
Well, if they've seen this show, they already know it's a horror show.
That's true.
That's very true, but that's only because you're
Yeah.
on it.
I'm the
Hit
biggest
us with it,
monster on
Cap.
this show. Biggest monster.
What do you
What is
close
the
this out?
grouchiest?
I tried doing other gaps, Scotty, and look where it got me. Just stick to leg gaps.
All right, this cover I've never seen or even heard about in my life, but there's so much gaps going on. Don't mind the gaps. There's everything going on. We got a man up here, a man cat,
Oh, nice.
gapping, robot gapping. Oh, even that
Got
guy's
5
cutting
gaps.
that.
We got a gap between the body, the upper body,
Got a
and
gap
lower
down
body.
there.
Nice. What comic is that, Mr. Cap?
Red Star.
Red Star and
That's
Company.
a Starlin own creation.
Well, that looks cool, actually.
That's
That's a
Yeah,
very
it's
good
not.
series, actually.
Oh, look, they finally found a way to kill CPO.
Right.
They cut him into 3.
They're,
Cut him in
That's
half.
not
Don't
like
mind that gap.
CPO.
I believe they're more cyborgs, if I recall correctly, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but that kind of looks like 3
Robot
CPO,
body,
doesn't it?
isn't it?
I mean, wasn't he considered a bit annoying?
A bit? No.
Oh,
Very, yes.
3
C3PO.
CPO, yeah. Or is it CPO or?
Yeah, C3PO. Yeah.
3PO.
Yeah.
So you don't mind the body gap? Because
R2D2 is the only the robot I like from Star Wars. He's cute.
Oh, I thought he was from Battlestar Galactica.
Star
That was
Trek.
Tweaky.
Oh, Star Trek.
Is that Tweaky? I don't know.
Twiggy. No, Twiggy was from
Twiggy.
Oh, Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That was
I don't like the rolling one.
There's a robot dog one there in
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica.
Daggett.
Yeah.
Daggett.
That one's cute too, though, but he's
Yeah.
not as cute as R2D2.
No.
And of course, you had the
Yeah,
You
Cylons,
got the
which were
bottom
the
gap
enemies.
down there, you know. He's
Yeah.
all rested. Well, that could be
Is
a
that-
female robot. I don't know yet.
R5D4? I don't know that one.
That's from Star Wars. That's the
The
one that
one that
came out of the
blows up.
Jawa. That big.
The one that blows up, so you have to buy
Is
it.
that
ship
the,
and
like
then just
the really
blew up.
long ones? Is that the really long ones?
No, that's the one that they were originally going to take, Uncle Owen and Luke, but it blew up on the way to walking towards them.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that one. But to be fair, it has been years since I've seen the movies.
True.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember that.
I think I've seen the movies like 4 years ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first 3. Don't give a shit about the rest of them.
Uh-uh.
I don't want to watch the ones where the guy says the sand is itch.
That's Roger's
Okay.
favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna give that one. I love that one. The action, the thigh gaps, 10. And the gap between the robot. God, I love that one. Is a little astromech like R2D2. Oh,
Last round, huh?
Yeah. Mercifully, yes.
I mean, every shit show has to end at some point.
Well, this is probably one of the most famous gaps of all. Mad.
Most famous? Yeah. Finally, the gap Mr. Kyle was waiting for. Can someone tell me who was modeled after that little creep?
I don't know. Ray, who were you modeled after, sir?
No. I mean the mad character.
Oh,
modeled
you mean
after?
Alfred E. Newman. Okay.
If you flip it
I don't
over,
Wait, was that him though?
I bet you Kyle knows.
Oh, that's one ugly baby.
Yeah, Ray heard that a lot as a child, but
oh, Bill.
I know it's not nice. Poor little baby.
You're
Little
mean.
sweet pea.
Dr. Afra, are you talking about Scotty?
Dr. Afra is a great character.
Was she in the
I had
movie?
Darren said Alfred E. Newman was modeled after me.
Yeah. They did,
I had
they
her first appearance. I sold it to.
did good dental work on you, Bill, if so.
I must say I'm disappointed, Jackson. I thought you looked blonde.
Simple Simon bought my Dr. Afra first appearance off me.
Yeah, Dr.
Is that
Afra has
the,
murderous
the-
droids.
Is that the lady doctor that's new in the continuity of
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah, she's more an archaeologist type that steals things. Yeah.
Oh, she kind of looks like Shelley Duvall a little
Like
bit
Space
there.
Indiana Jones, isn't she?
We call those grave robbers up here, Bill.
Indiana Jones?
Are you talking about Olive Oil on the back cover? Wasn't she not played by Shelley Duvall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Batman movie, yeah.
Yeah, she was played by Shelley
yeah, with
That's what she looks like.
Robin Williams was
Yeah.
Williams.
Williams.
Yep. Bye bye.
No,
Yeah.
in Indiana Jones, you had that ugly British actress, and then there was the one with the massive forehead.
I haven't seen that.
Really?
Indiana
No, I haven't
Jones.
seen it either.
No. I mean, I know it's not nice to say, but she's not really attractive, that one.
Okay.
She really
Roger
needs
says that
veins to
doesn't
capture
matter.
that forehead.
Roger
I
says
don't know.
It doesn't. It's
If
correct.
he
I
says
was
when they're
into
wearing the
women,
gimp
I wouldn't
mask,
want to be
you
with them.
don't notice it. You don't know how they look when the gimp mask is on. That's what Roger says.
You know, they haven't had attractive chicks in movies in a while already. All of them either look plain or right out, well, unattractive.
I think Roger's doing a video on that on his channel later.
No video.
Okay, now for this gap with the guy from Mad
I'm already in
Magazine.
enough trouble just saying it on here.
I know that's a cute little gap. I will say that little guy kind of creeps me out, though.
A little bit.
What, Ray?
Yeah, the leave Rayman out of it. Oh, okay.
Oh, you
But
guys.
it's not a bad one. I'll give it an 8.
Not a good one either. Yeah, I'm with you on
That's
that.
what they say at the pole dancing club he goes to.
Not a bad one? What, not a bad tipper?
No, they say that little guy creeps me out.
Nah, I'd take Mr. Ray any day over that little creep from Mad Magazine.
Speaking of creeps, Roger's up.
I know where you live, Bill.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, that cave. That
Come
Son of
on,
Satan
man,
one
come
is
on,
over there.
Mr. Venom. You're not gonna waste money flying over there. Let's be real.
No. I have operatives that take care of that.
He's got woodpeckers working for him.
Yeah, don't worry. I have a flying force that goes down there. Don't worry. All right.
Oh,
So
we
here,
need to make carrier chickens too.
yeah, right. Carrier chickens. Yeah, except they don't fly very long.
woodpeckers,
They sort of
too.
hop along. But anyway. Here we have Reno Jones and Kid Cassidy, Gunhawks number 5. And notice you have a couple gaps here. You have a gap between the shore and the dry riverbed down here.
A chasm, right?
Right.
Well,
Okay.
it's not that big. I wouldn't call
Right,
it
it's a
a
chasm,
Anyway.
right.
But
Where's the
and
gap?
then you have a gap between both of them trying to launch for this gun so that they can, ostensibly shoot each other or one another.
Space
depending
between
on-
them, yes.
So there you have one gap between the shore and the dry
chasm.
riverbed, and between them and the
And
gun.
space. All right. Space
Speaking of
chasm.
guys with ugly faces, oof.
Yeah, this guy reminds me of that guy from Poltergeist 2, that reverend creepy guy.
We're not into your horror films. I'm not sure who that is.
Okay.
Wait, are they riding a cart with horses? What year is this?
This is
1938,
1870s, I
weird.
believe. Yeah.
Right?
Why is he wearing that
That's
jacket
what
and
they
that
come
hat?
out. Well, says this is the original picture that they based Alfred E.
Oh,
Newman
Alfred E.
on.
Newman. Oh.
Ugh.
Some pudding advert, apparently.
Kind of looks like Eddie Munster.
Yeah,
Little
that
bit.
does.
Yeah, with that hairline.
It looks like young Bill.
I mean,
I'm
that's
suing.
somehow.
I'm suing, I say.
He
Hey,
does look ugly,
looky.
though.
Looks like young Bill before
You're in
the
much better
surgery.
shape, Cap.
But wait,
$8.
Wait, is that the 1800s? So why is there dressed like that? Would that even be appropriate?
This man here is ostensibly a reverend, traveling reverend. Yes.
I understand, but they're dressed more modernly. So what year is that?
I don't think that it would be in the mid to late 1800s. I don't
Yeah,
think
this
they're
is,
dressed modernly though.
Late 1800s. Yeah.
Yeah,
Notice
but
it says
isn't
the
a dress
Reverend
too
Mr.
short
Graves.
for those times?
No, it's not Victorian England. It's America. Like they had to probably, if there was,
Yeah, this does not look that period to me, but it
yeah,
is what
maybe
it
not.
is.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it looks a little more modern. That's
Yeah.
my
Isn't that a Native American outfit?
Yeah, but it looks. I see some fringing here, so maybe it is more Native American. Yeah.
Ah,
It is.
maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
But it's just she has an afro, which is what would.
No,
Right?
I think she might be of mixed race, maybe Indian and African American.
Yeah, too many questions, Matilda. You're right to ask them.
Too many questions.
Too many questions, not enough answers.
Well, that
It's
part
definitely-
is not germane to my theme that
Well,
I'm trying to.
They're not German,
offer here.
Roger.
Okay.
I don't know what that has to
What
do with
nationality
it.
are they now? They're German
Yeah,
American.
I'm not sure that they're
Oh, my
German.
God.
I
I'm
don't
just
know why I
trying to
think-
set the time period. Oh, Mr. World, if you clearly never paid attention in history or in anything for that matter.
-1 is right, QNS.
Thank you, QNS. Thanks, buddy.
And that's being generous. Have we done a negative score yet, Matilda? Shall we venture into that territory?
Well, we do got the gap, Mr. Matterhorn mentioned.
The space
that
chasm.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, the space chasm.
Yeah.
Chasm.
Yeah.
Okay. Space chasm. That's nice one, but the way I don't know, the way they're dressed is
Funky,
kind
right?
of. No, just looks a little off in time periods. Anyway, 8.
All right.
Okie
Morgan
dokie.
Fair.
Right there. Let's see what Bill has for his last book.
You know, for some reason, I want to eat corn.
All right. We had that
A long
crappy
ways.
cover from Rayman with just one gap. I came to beat it with issue number 157.
Ah.
Magazine.
A double
Yeah.
gap.
2 gaps.
Running of the gaps.
You know that monkey man's more attractive than the little imp.
Mm.
Bill.
He's got an Amish beard.
Yeah, he's got the honest ape beard. That's Ape Lincoln.
That's right.
Honest Abe. Honest Ape. Is it Honest Ape Lincoln?
Yeah, it's honest Ape Lincoln. Ape Lincoln.
You walked
Please come
about
for
50
it.
miles to return a nickel or something like that? Is that
Is that the
the
police coming for Bill at last?
Why would you fry a salad?
No,
Maybe
I
you're
don't
Scottish.
know.
Hello,
Oh.
person.
Whoa,
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Bill Jr.
It's Deadpool.
man, he's grown. Whoa.
Not
Yeah.
too
Small.
please.
All right, you little camera hog. Out with you.
Yeah, what happened when he used to
Mr.
be on
Bill, does your
channel for ages?
does
showing you how it's
the
done.
former Mrs. Music have black hair?
Hmm?
The
No.
former Mrs. His hair was lighter before, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm getting a genetics test done soon. I'll get to the bottom of that, Matilda. You
That's why
believe
Bill's
you
hair's
me.
dyed now.
Yeah, it's your youngest, right? I just remember he had more brownish hair back then.
He used to wear an eye
No.
patch, and he said call him Cap too. So I'm beginning to wonder.
Hmm. How tall is he now, Bill? He
You
looks
never know.
like he's grown during the year a lot.
He has.
Yeah,
Gray
his
Man.
hair looks black.
Gray Man. Whenever I have him on, YouTube disables comments, so that's why I
yeah.
stopped doing that.
Oh, really?
Ah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's not like YouTube could have told parents, don't let your kids on YouTube. Get them on YouTube Kids. Because, the YouTube is supposed to watch your children for you.
Exactly.
That one still annoys me.
Hmm.
Fucking parents can't watch what. Mommy should stop drinking less wine and start drinking less wine and watch Timmy more. Okay, back to this one.
Johnson said he
I
never
like
leaves comments anyway.
Anyway, I give that one a 9. I like how the art looks there.
All right.
Okie dokie. Right. Poor Machine Man's got a gap in the middle of his body caused by the Hulk.
Ooh.
Oh, well, give it a few years, Mr. Bill. You can show him again.
That's true.
He'll be 18.
Definitely.
His pelvis is going to kill him in the morning.
Hard to tell. With all that light going everywhere, but
I think the 2 fists through the middle is pretty easy to tell.
not sure.
Especially if you're Mr. Kyle.
Did you go to that optometrist like that?
There's a big
Oh,
gap.
look at all that yellow on there,
Fighting a
Matilda.
sentinel?
Now I see all the
Man,
yellow.
Alan Stack.
Oh, there's definitely yellow. That's true.
Wow.
It's a superhero called Machine Man, Matilda.
Oh, sorry. He does kind of look like a sentinel, doesn't he? A little bit.
Maybe a little bit. But they got some
Slightly.
parts, haven't they? Maybe the Sentinels. But
He
they're taller,
slightly
they're
does.
bigger. The Sentinels.
Well, yeah,
are
they're
2
fucking
feet
massive, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he looks a little bit like that.
long.
Little bit, yeah.
That's his
Oh,
name.
there might be some connection. You never know.
That's his original
never heard
name.
of
X-51 was what it was called when he first appeared. But he
X-51, Aaron Stack,
Mm.
Machine Man, Mr. Machine, I think also. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Mm.
Was it created by spare parts of the trunk in the laundry of the Sentinels?
Yeah, maybe the cast-offs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little small ones.
Yeah. Gray Man hears that a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, he should have stuck with Daredevil.
I
At
didn't
least
hear that
Daredevil
part.
wouldn't have fisted right through him.
Whoa. Yeah. Well, I don't think fisted's the right term, but yes.
Punched right through him.
There you go. Yeah. You were channeling Kyle there for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
Too
a
much
dangerous.
Mr. Kyle.
Yeah.
Always a dangerous action zone.
That one is great. It has piss yellow, so 1 point off. I'll give it a 9.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Jury,
Oh, okay.
jury, do your jury thing.
Ape Lincoln, it was nice knowing you.
Has anyone noticed there's a lot of piss yellow robots on Cap's comic, which didn't get mentioned?
Oh, those are gold.
You know, that's gonna how you're gonna get some little
robot right in the foreground of that comic book. Not a bloody mention, but my yellow background behind the scene, behind the red logo, behind the green and purple Hulk, behind the purple.
Mr. O does have very big hands. I think you should go as Hulk for Halloween, Mr. O.
That is funny.
I still don't care, Mr. Gray.
I know you don't care. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, Matilda. That's
All right,
why-
one for you, Mr. Gray, one for Mr.
This
Ray,
will
one for
always
Mr.
be
Bill.
appropriate, Matilda.
Another one for Mr. Bill, another one
This
for
will
Mr.
always be
Bill. Oh, your
appropriate
bitching's not
praise
helping,
if
Mr.
Matilda
Bill's
is
in the lead.
concerned.
Okay, one for you, Mr. Gray, one for Mr. Metarug. Mr. Bill's in the lead with 3.
Yeah, fair
That's
enough.
who I voted for.
You voted for yourself, Cap.
Oh, you voted for yourself?
That one don't count.
That was very self-serving, Cap.
No, right.
Thanks, Cap.
I just like to hear my name once in a while, so that's why I had to vote for myself.
Well, Mr. Cap, you have so many children. You hear the name Dad every day.
Yeah, I am from the wife.
Maybe not. Maybe he wouldn't necessarily want to hear it as much from that particular part.
True. It's usually used in vain at that point. Yeah.
Right.
Or, hey, Dad, I need $5. Dad,
You're
I
gonna
need you
go
to give me a
get
ride.
One for, in today's economy, Mr. Metarug, Dad, I need $100.
But they not have to say aye, Captain, and you give them orders, like, and like if they don't obey,
That would be
It's just an
wonderful.
example.
All right.
It's not
Kill
necessarily
horror.
the.
I mean, nowadays they probably need more than $5 to buy something at the corner store.
True.
all right.
So Bill won that round.
Did Bill
Okay,
get the
Mr. Bill, you get the extra 3 points.
Okey-dokey then. Matilda's going
That
to
wasn't
do
bad,
it.
Bill. That wasn't bad.
Right. As I'm
Thanks,
saying, I've
sir.
got a new haul video coming because I've got some nice new comic books here. So
I
that'll come
got some parts
down-
videos.
Hulk video or haul video?
haul video.
This
haul
one.
video.
Okay.
I probably won't have another haul till the end of until
Whoa.
next year.
What is that, Cap?
Changing
Oh my
woman.
gosh,
Ah.
Never even heard
Or
of
an Iron Man.
that's scary.
Considering shipping's currently fucked with
that.
Israel.
Ghost Rider
That's
choking a
true,
clown.
Scott. Another
Is
Bill.
that your same clown there?
Bills are
Bill?
never welcomed. That's for sure.
I think that's
It's a
Bill's
shame
clown.
'cause I was hoping to read more Kento, but I probably only get some in 2025.
Too much yellow on this one, but you know, Gap there.
Yeah,
Gap
no,
there.
that's too much piss.
Too much
You would have got
yellow.
away with it, Roger. Don't worry about that.
Well, that's what I was
No.
like, no.
I see no yellow. She would have gone. I can't see any yellow.
Not on Roger's
No,
cover,
that's too
no.
much piss yellow.
The color
Yeah,
perception.
I can change the lighting so that it doesn't
Here's
reflect.
how
as
her
much.
color perception works. If there's any grey on the screen, she sees the yellow straight away. That's how it works. It's some kind of filter. If there's a grey on the screen, then the yellow is spotted and
I love it.
deducted.
Oh, Mr. Gray, it's nice to think I'd go for all that trouble for you.
You do. You're gracious, Matilda. Absolutely gracious. Look, it says there. The caption doesn't lie. It's the truth. I tell you.
Yeah, we can't all be perfect.
Now, more than one gracist or gracist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I figured.
Great bottomers.
Grace eye?
Great grace.
Yeah,
We
Grace
have a
eye.
lot of graces.
Great sisters.
How many Grace eye are in this panel? I want to know.
Love it.
BWS Iron Man Grey. BWS. Barry Windsor Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
I will
Very
not
well
be
said.
on next week.
Gracism exorcism.
What?
There's a
Yeah.
Gracism Exorcism.
Yeah.
What are you
You're
doing, Cap?
unavailable.
I'm gonna
Mr.
be at my local comic book shop here at Sturgis Comics, and we're gonna do like a Halloween boo basket, I think is what it's
Oh,
called.
cool.
Oh,
Nice.
how cool is that?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
Did you
Love
say
it.
boo basket?
boo baskets. Yeah,
Booby.
for Halloween.
Booby basket, I
I
think.
thought you said poo basket for a minute.
Boo.
Yeah, bloody
Like
chicken
boo.
and a half
Yeah,
in it for
yeah.
the kids.
What's the name of the comic shop, Cap?
Sturgis Comics.
Sturgis Comics. Very cool.
Turgid
Good.
comic.
Doing a little bit every day, making it
Detergent
bigger and bigger.
comics.
Hmm.
Nice.
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 Oh, where's the logo gone? Where's the logo gone? It's where is it? The judge's final decision.
Okay.
Pins and needles.
I have thoughts videos as always. Finally finished reading A Vicious Circle.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll just say it wasn't worth the 150 shekels for all 3 issues.
No.
No more
shekels.
massive issues. Yeah. But they're $10, so in our money it's 50 shekels.
Ah, okay.
Let me just say this: I'm not buying any more of those big ones. It's really not worth the money.
Well,
Cap uses
congratulations.
pieces of 8 when he buys comics.
Congratulations, Darren and Dee.
Don't lie. Dee doesn't want to
Oh,
sleep next to you.
congratulations, Darren.
But congratulations. She's
I'm working on 31.
Oh.
And Ray has got about 40. So
Mr. Ray got married earlier. I take it.
yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Why do you think Mr. Ray's wife's like, look, just go to the jiggle joint. I'll get some champagne and relax.
I'm working on. I'm
Where do
on
you think they
I
met?
have
the two
7
of
years that I've been happily married. Mrs. Musings has been happily married for about 1.
them?
So go figure.
Is that a
What are you
previous
gonna do?
relationship?
Now, was that at the beginning or at the end?
Who knows? I can't figure it out.
Did you finally stop leaving your dirty underwear in the bathtub?
That's a year cumulative. All the days they've been separated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You add it all up. Yeah.
She only
All
comes
right,
when
let's
they
hear
do
the
those
decision
remote
here.
when they do those on location scenes. That's when she comes
Yeah.
back, and then
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, she gets her payment for videos.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, disappointing. But other than that, everything else I've read so far has been good. I have a nice stack already, and we're not even halfway through.
Nice.
Sorted dating, but only. Okay.
Well, congratulations, Kyle.
Congratulations, Mr. Kyle. Let's start.
Yeah.
So, 5th place this week with 44 points is Mr. Gray. Put up.
Gray amazing!
See, we get the old
So
one
great.
when he
I
comes
want to
in
see
last
the
place.
new one.
Doesn't matter which one I do. You know what I'm saying?
Gray amazing!
I'm
That's a lot
using the
more
new
fun.
one. We need
Yeah, the new one's
innovation.
far superior.
That's a lot more
Yeah.
fun.
It's a lot more fun. Use the new one.
I think the second one's derivative of the first one.
Oh, Mr. Gray, how's Poppy?
Yeah, she's
Sorry
alright.
for
not too bad.
interrupting.
She's old.
Good.
She's old.
Yeah, I
She's
know.
able apart from to eat.
But good. I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah, she's
All right. 4th place this week with 45 points is Mr. Manorog. Woohoo!
A
Mr.
very
Count
pedestrian effort
disappointed.
this week, Roger.
Uh-huh.
You're better than that. sir.
Okay. 3rd place this week with 46 points is Mr. Ray. Woohoo! Go, Mr. Ray.
Thank you.
And 2nd place this week with 49 points is Mr. Bill. Woohoo! And 1st place this week with 53 points is Mr. Cap.
Woohoo!
In this case,
Congratulations,
Mr. Gap.
Mr. Gap. Of course, I'm going to win the Gap one. I got
Congratulations.
that pirate smile.
That's exactly right.
You
Nothing
do.
wrong with that.
You've got a lot of
For
experience
goodness
in this theme, is what I figure.
Oh, yeah, Matilda, you love it. Just for you.
Nothing like a guy feeling like a winner after that.
Wow. That one was rough.
That is the worst one.
The chokes
That
on
one was rough.
Now, especially for you,
That
Matilda.
is the worst one. I didn't hear it. You think I keep my headphones fucking on? You and Mr. Derek can both go stuff a carrot up in
I'm
there.
gonna go send Matilda one of those World War I gas masks, with the big filter on the side.
Doyle, don't come near here. There's been gross shit.
Thank you,
Little
Werewolf, for
Doyle.
time.
Oh,
Have
my
we
little
done moons yet?
Ooh, Moons is nice.
I think we have. We're
We
trying
have,
to,
yes.
to
But Mr. Bill and Mr. Conan's ass doesn't count.
Oh, well, there goes my comics.
Are we adding moons to the wheel then?
Loyalty.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do it again. That was a long time ago.
Loyalty.
I think we did planets, didn't we? It's kind of like celestial bodies or something like
We
that.
did moons too, but that was like
We did
2-3
moons as
years
well.
ago.
All right then.
So any
I'll be
cheese right on the cover.
Right, I'm gonna spin the wheel.
First
Which
spin.
First spin is the win.
Not you, Matilda.
First
You've
spin
got
is
one
the
job
win.
on this show. Joe, Bill's got 2 jobs: to look ugly and show comic books, and the third job, sorry, is to say that line. Right, here we go. Let's spin it.
I'm easily replaced, that's for sure. I
No,
hear that
you're
a
not,
lot, too.
Mr. Bill. The one that's not easily replaced is my doggy.
Little Doyle.
That's someone's choice. Balloons and
Balloons
bubbles.
and bubbles.
That's
All right.
gonna be funny.
Well, it can
That
be
might be
speech
kinda
balloons.
tough.
It
I
can
don't
be
think I have
Bubbles.
balloons and bubbles with me.
That's
so
a toughie.
You have to find a at least 2 of us are not going to be
you
here.
can find speech balloons.
Yes,
That
beach
is
balloons
true.
can.
That is
I
true.
don't think Matilda will go for
No,
that.
those can work. Those can work. But yeah, more balloons, bubble baths.
Wait a minute.
Oh, how about
I gotta
you think
go.
bubbles
Look,
like under
you
the
say not available
sea?
next.
See,
Who else is
Cap.
not available? How about
Wow, bubbles under the sea works. Oh, you fucked off.
did Cap say he couldn't come next week? Did I hear?
Yeah,
him
he says he can't.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
you can't either. Okay, so we need two more for next week.
Yeah, probably
Application.
Big O will do it. So
Applications on my IG, but obviously I'm going to ask to go because he's a regular nowadays.
yeah,
Bye,
probably Big O
everybody.
will
Thanks
do
for
it.
coming.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great
Watch
weekend.
my
See you
Ray.
next week.
See you on Tuesday, Ray.
And comment on them.
Okay, I'll send you the link in a few days.